Hello everybody, welcome to this Move Monday. It is already the third Move Monday of the month, which also means today happens to be the first full official day of spring. So happy spring everybody. I think spring technically started yesterday, but in terms of a full day, today is our first day, full day of spring. So happy first day of spring. For those of you that have been tuning into our past Move Mondays for this month, the first one we started off with a really great live boot camp. I hope you were able to join in for that one. Last Monday, I was talking to you a little bit about calories, the science of calories, the caloric deficit, ways to track your calories to know if you're trying to lose weight, how to get into a caloric deficit. Today's Move Monday, I'm gonna be talking a little bit more about healthy ways of losing the body fat. So if you ever hear anybody, or if you read an article say anything about lose belly fat by doing this, or lose weight in your butt or whatever, legs, whatever, you're trying to lose weight by doing this, that's a red flag. Scientifically, it is impossible to target one area of your body to lose weight. Your body loses weight how it feels like losing weight. So today we're just talking about, in general, how to lose weight as a whole, or what tips that you can do from a nutrition standpoint to lose body fat as a whole. So thank you so much for tuning in today. A couple quick announcements real quick before we get into the information. We do have a couple seminars coming up this week. Our next seminar coming up on the 23rd at 11 a.m. The Colon Health Seminar. Really excellent information. So really try to make sure that you tune in for that one. Then also later this week, we have our next Financial Friday seminar, the 25th at 11 a.m. as well, Retirement Readiness Part 2. So again, some really great seminars this month to sort of, as we exit out of the month, getting ready for April already. So I know that was a lot to get through, but again, thank you so much for tuning in today. And here is the information on ways to lose body fat. All right, so my first tip for losing body weight, losing body fat today is getting more protein in your diet. Something that, a phenomenon that occurs when a lot of people try to go on diets or lose weight, they cut out a lot of calories, which also in turn cuts out a lot of protein from their diet. But we need that protein for a number of reasons. Protein is good, not just for building muscle, but it helps us to stay full longer, helps us to maintain our metabolism while we are burning body fat. So make sure you're getting protein in your diet, enough protein in your diet. Make sure you're having some at least at every meal, maybe not necessarily with every snack you have throughout the day, but at least every meal, make sure you're getting some good healthy protein in that diet. Check the nutrition labels, or if you need to, Google the information online if you're not sure how many grams of protein might be in a food that you're eating. So again, first tip, make sure you're getting plenty of protein. Okay, so tip number 2 for losing body fat, and that is going to be cutting back or cutting out alcohol. I know that's, for some of you, that's probably not something you want to hear, but alcohol does have a lot of calories in it. Also, alcohol can do different things to slow our metabolisms down, which can make it harder to lose weight. So cutting out alcohol, exchanging it out for, if you love cocktails, maybe changing it out for a mocktail every now and then, or some other sort of drink that you enjoy. I know that's not something maybe again you want to hear, but again, if you are serious about wanting to lose body fat, one of the best things you can do is cutting out alcohol. So tip number 3, drinking plenty of water. I know the last tip I was talking about cutting out alcohol, drinking plenty of water. This is one of the best things also that you can do for losing weight for a number of reasons. It helps you to feel more satiated, helps you to feel more full when you are hydrated. It also helps your metabolism. Your body is gonna have a much easier time digesting food and metabolizing and burning calories. So drink plenty of water. If you're not drinking plenty of water, you might as well not even really be doing anything else to lose weight, in the sense that it's not gonna be a healthy way of losing weight. Your body is going to have a harder time losing weight in a healthy way. So make sure you're drinking plenty of water throughout the day. I would recommend drinking at least a half cup to a cup of water every 2 or 3 hours or so, just to keep that hydration level up, especially as we start to get to the warmer weather, or in spring now. As we get to warmer weather, we start sweating a little bit more. Make sure you're drinking plenty of water. Tip number 4, we're flying through these. We only have a couple left here. Tip number 4 is getting enough sleep. If you've tuned in for any of some of my last Move Mondays over the last year or so, I've mentioned this numerous times. Getting enough sleep is crucial. Recommendations of at least 7 to 9 hours a night. I know that can be really difficult depending on your work schedule, family life, everything that you have going on can be really difficult to get that much sleep, but I promise you, getting enough sleep is also one of the most important, one of the best things you can do to lose body fat. Not enough sleep has been linked directly to increased body fat. It kind of, messes around with our metabolisms. It has been directly linked to not only increased body fat, but also has been directly linked to making it substantially more difficult to lose weight for people that are dieting and exercising. So again, doing your best to get as much sleep as you can. Make an effort to be intentional with your sleep patterns. Get to sleep by a certain time. Cut out screen time before you go to sleep. Try to sleep again at least 7 to 9 hours if possible. All right, so you've made it all the way through the end of this video. This is the 5th and final tip, and this tip I would say isn't necessarily for everybody. It's not gonna make or break necessarily you losing your diet or gaining weight during your diet, but it is something that a lot of people have found to help them and be successful, and that is tracking your macros. What are your macros? That's gonna be mainly your protein, fat, and carbohydrate intake. You'll see on a nutrition label, for example, something might have 10 grams of protein in it. You might be like, oh, what does that even mean? Well, there are approximately 4 calories per gram of protein. Or carbohydrates, same thing. There's approximately 4 grams of calories per carbohydrate. Fat, there's more like about 8 to 9 calories per gram of fat. So when you take into those considerations, I know it's a lot of math, it can be very tedious, but if you are up to the challenge, tracking your macros, that'll give you a much better idea of how many carbohydrates, protein, fat you're bringing in. So again, not for everybody. I wouldn't say it's inherent to the success of losing weight, but if you do have a specific goal weight in mind, I highly suggest looking into it. There are a lot of great macro counter apps that you can get on your phone to make it easier. You just plug in what you ate and it'll tell you exactly how many calories, how many macros you've consumed. So macros, again, macronutrients. So that refers specifically to protein, fat, and carbohydrates. So those are gonna be your 5 tips to help lose weight, to lose body fat specifically. Again, thank you so much for tuning into this one. Remember, next Monday is another live boot camp. That's the 28th. So make sure if you are not doing anything else, get on live boot camp at 12 p.m. That's noon on the 28th. I'll be there taking us through some really great exercises. So thank you so much again for joining in on this Move Monday today. Have a great day and we'll see you soon.